Hello, my crafty friends. I'm on here today to share with you my 2019 Christmas tags. I'm going to call this part 1 because I'm still working on tags. The theme for this tag was inspired by the Rustic Farmhouse Christmas decorations this year. Actually, I think we've seen them for the last 2 or 3 years. And I just love the red and black buffalo check and the white and black check. So I wanted to do some Christmas tags in that theme this year. So to start out, I have this tag that I have up front here. And I used this paper tray ink tag. I know I probably show this every year. It's one of my go-to tags. I like the size of it. It has a lot of real estate on it. And then this snowman right here is the Spellbinder snowman. And I have looked up and down for that die for this video, and I cannot find it. And I think it'll show up on January 2nd when I'm not looking for it anymore, because that's usually what happens to my dies. When I clean up, then they show up. And so I'm sorry I don't have that to show you. And then these scalloped ones are just from my stash. And the paper, the black and red check paper I did get from Hobby Lobby, and the larger black and white check I got from Hobby Lobby as well. And I did use some burlap paper as accents on these. And this little snowflake right here is an embellishment from Michaels. And I did make my own poinsettia with the Spellbinder's poinsettia die. And these little sprigs right here are Martha Stewart. And I used the, My Creative Time die for my bows. And then I created these pine cones with this die right here. I used the small one. It's just like a rolled rose. And then I painted some white paint on it and then stuck it in some glitter to make it sparkle. And I used just some twine for the attachment. Came out really cute. I love it. And then I know I mentioned in last year's video that I was only going to make maybe 6 of the same one, and that is what I did this year. So I'm just going to take these out. There's 6 of the snowman, and they're all the same. The next tag that I have is this one right here. Isn't that cute with the little buffalo check mittens? So cute. So the tag for this one, I probably show this every year as well, is also this paper tray ink. And this isn't called a tag on their site. It's called a bookmark, but I use it for a tag. It's very, very cute. Again, you can use any bow from your stash. And then what I have here is some bells that I rusted this summer. And there are a lot of directions on how to rust bells. And mostly you just put bells in equal parts, I think it was, of apple cider vinegar and acetone, I believe. It was last summer when I did it, and I've been sick and my mind is not fully here. But you can look it up, and you let it soak for a couple days, and then you put it out in the sun, and it rushed your bells. So some of them look better than others. Like this one looks really good, and this one looks really good. Looks really good. And it's pretty cool. So, for my mittens, I used this die right here from my stash. It's this. You can see the mitten is pretty big. It's not a bad size whatsoever. It's that right there. And then what I did is I used some of the foam snowflakes from the Dollar Tree, and I just used a half pearl in the center and then glittered the cuffs. And then I did the pine cones on here as well. And then this right here is Elizabeth craft die right here. These are fun to make. I took an afternoon and cut a whole bunch of these out, and then used my, I think you call them Nervo drops, and just dotted them and put them to one side and let them dry. And then I cut them apart as I use them. And I did quite a few, so I still have some left from that. And I think that's it for that one. Yeah. I did put a little pine branch here, which is a, yeah, it's a Tim Holtz die. I have it right here. Let me pull it for you so you can see it. It's this one right here. I use this a lot. This is Sizzix Tim Holtz. It's 661597, and it is called, let's say on the back, Holiday Greens Mini. So yeah, I use that a lot too. And you could, if you have this, you could also make your little greenery with this as well and cut it apart. All right, and I think that's it for that one. And I used a paper that I also got at Hobby Lobby that had birch tree background. I really like that, so that's what I used on that. So again, I made 6 of these. Okay, and then we're coming to this little cutie right here. And I had rusted a whole bunch of different bells. So this one has small bells that are tied on with some crocheted thread. And again, you can use any bow from your stash. That's a rolled pine cone. And here is this lantern shaker. Let's see if you can see that it shakes. Really, really pretty. This is, again, some of this from the Tim Holtz die, greenery. And then I cut and layered different greenery on there and painted the tips white and stuck it in some glitter. And there's a Spellbinder's Poinsettia. And then this is trim that I get from Michael's. This is really cute, isn't it? One of those old-fashioned, like, Coleman lanterns when you go camping. Love it. I'll show you the die I used. It's this one right here. As you see, I have tape for the little pieces that I use to trim. So yeah, I made it a shaker. That's that. All right, and then we're going to go to this side, and I made this tag. I have some cardinal lovers in my Christmas tag giving group, and so I made this pretty cardinal. Isn't that gorgeous? And I did layer the wings on that because I like the way that looks. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to show you that die. It's this one right here. It's D's Distinctively right here. I don't know if this is still available, but I got this because I do, like I said, have cardinal lovers in my tag group that I send to, and I don't know if there's a number on it. Doesn't look like it. No, it's just that right there, in case you're wondering. Okay, so I used bow from my stash. This particular tag is a Marianne Creatables, and I show this a lot. I use a lot of the same tags over and over again, depends what I'm making. I really like those, and it gives me the opportunity to trim. Like I just put a little trim there, and it comes with this piece. This piece right here you can cut on some designer paper and give your tag a little more designer look. And then here again I used that Tim Holtz greenery and the Elizabeth Craft berries and some pine cones that I created. I think that's really cute. So that's the cardinal. And then we're going on to the little bear. This one says Merry Berry Christmas. Cute, right? So on this one I did something a little different. I used some twine to create a bow on the top, and I used the Mary Ann greenery with a pine cone. And then this is the same tag as the cardinal. And then this was just an embellishment from Michael's. And also I will show you what this is. I had picked this up at Michael's. Not sure if it was last year or the year before. It's a Hampton Arts, and it does come with the stamps. So all I did was cut out my bear on just plain white, like a polar bear, and then I used the stamp that says Merry Christmas in the center. But you could, of course, stamp it with the buffalo check, would be really cute. Or you could use the jolly. This is a really nice set. So this is what I used for that tag. All right, and then I'll take these out, and I'll go to the very end to show you these right here. And this is a sleigh, and for this I used this die right here. It's a memory box, and it's the large winter sled that I used. Let's see if it has a number on the back. Yes, 99283. I'm not sure if this is available anymore or not, but I've had this in my stash for a while and wanted to create with it. So what I did is I cut my sleigh out on red shiny paper, and then I cut it again on the craft paper and paper pieced it so that I would have a antique looking, I think it's called a Red Ryder sled. I know I had one when I was a kid. I had lots of fun on it going down the hills in Connecticut. Here in Georgia, there's no such thing as sledding. There's no such a thing as seeing snow. But, you know, that's okay too. And here again is a pine cone I created. And I did something a little different with this poinsettia from the Spellbinders die. I used a little, it's like a foam ball that has gold glitter on it that you get at the Dollar Tree. I used it for my center. And then I used the greenery from the Tim Holtz die and the berries from the Elizabeth Craft die to give it that nice woodsy look. And then I used 2 snowflakes punched on a Martha Stewart punch and just put some half pearls in it. So that's it for those tags. And now I want to show you how I am packaging them up. And we'll get this out of the way a little bit here. It's going to be messy. I'm sorry. Just so I can show you how I'm packaging them up this year. Maybe give you some ideas for yours. So this is how I packaged mine up. Isn't that adorable? I think that is so cute. This is a wooden die that I had got on AliExpress. I did not bring it down because it's up high. I had made quite a few of these last year, so I still have some left over to use to make these pockets. And the pocket, as you can see, is this. And this is a Nicole silhouette die that I picked off of AliExpress. And I think it was this summer that I got it. And it comes with 3 sizes. Here, you have it right here. And I used the largest size. This is the smallest, the medium, and the large. I used the large. And it comes with the pocket to create. And it comes with all the little pieces that you see here that are used to decorate it. And it comes with some sayings too. I think it says Happy Mail or something, but I didn't use that for this. And then I just used a die from my stash, and this is a punch, star that I punched out on the burlap paper, and I just put a little button because that makes it kind of rustic. And I put some of the berries on his hat. And he's really cute, isn't he? It came out so cute. I can imagine this is going to fit in one of those 5.5 by 8.5 envelopes. So it's going to be a little pricey to send it out. You're not going to be able to get it out with 2 stamps. But that doesn't matter to me because the people I send to, I don't mind paying $3 or $3.50 or $4 to send these out. I'm not sure. Maybe when I come back for my part 2, I will have an estimate on how much it costs me to send this out. But really, really cute. So here inside I can fit 3 tags pretty comfortably. And here is the one that I showed you with the Spellbinders snowman. And then this one here, I had this left over from last year, so I used him in a tag because I actually did this before I made the tags. And it is a Marianne Collectibles die right here. He's so cute. I use him quite a bit, almost every year, I think, because he's so cute. How can you resist that face? And then here is the mitten die. And as you can see, because I started this first, I was like experimenting. So the tag on the back of this is black with burlap. So it gives you a little different idea on how to create your tags. And that's that one. This, I think I did mostly all of them like that. And then your little pocket, which is absolutely adorable. All right, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you are enjoying your time crafting during this Christmas season. God bless every one of you. And until next time, happy crafting, everyone.